और इस समय इजराइल के भारत में राजदूत एम्बेसडर रूवन अजार हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं. Joining me on this special broadcast is Israel's ambassador to India, Ambassador Reuven Azar. Ambassador, welcome on India today. What was the need to mount this Operation Rising Lion right now, sir? What was the specific threat, the specific intelligence input that Israel has to justify being claimed that this was an existential threat to Israel?
Thank you, Gaurav, for this interview. First of all, I would like to extend to you, to the entire Indian nation, our condolences for the terrible plane crash yesterday that claimed so many lives. Our hearts go out to the victims, to the families, and we wish speedy recovery to the injured. What Israel did is to act upon imminent intelligence about a clandestine group that was assembling a nuclear weapon. Now, as you know, Gaurav, we have stated time and again that we will not allow Iran to create a nuclear weapon, because we are not going to agree that a country that has sworn to destroy us will actually acquire the means to do it. We have already survived one Holocaust only 80 years ago. We have no intention of having another Holocaust now. We said then never again, and never again is now. So we had to take action,
Okay.
and that's what we did.
Ambassador, explain the targets in terms of the military targets, the nuclear targets, the leadership in Iran. For example, General Hossein Salami, the commander-in-chief of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. Why did Israel take him out? Or Mohammad Jalal Bagheri, the chief of staff. Are you disrupting the chain of command? Reports indicate that former Iranian National Security Advisor Ali Shamkhani has also been killed.
Gaurav, these are the criminals that were in charge of the plan of extermination of our state. They are the ones that assembled all the three tracks of extermination that we're pursuing: the nuclear weapons program, the missile ballistic program, and the ring of fire that we're creating with proxies around us. These are the people in charge. These are the people that were relentlessly pursuing our destruction, and we're not listening to the calls of the international community that has been actually talking with them for decades now to renounce this murderous policy. So they pay the price.
Is the American President Donald Trump actually threatening Iran when he says either you sign the deal or there's worse in store? Is Israel that sword arm that's targeting Iran militarily for Iran to sign the deal not to make nuclear weapons?
Well, you know, the Iranians couldn't be convinced to do the right thing. They continued to cheat. The IAEA has mentioned that they were in non-compliance because they breached the safeguards agreement. They had clandestine activities that were occulting, concealing from the international community. So instead of taking President Trump seriously, they exploited and stalled and played for time in order to assemble a nuclear weapon. We got them exposed and we took action.
Ambassador, explain the choice of targets. Natanz, for example, 250 kilometers south of Tehran. What was the bomb damage assessment that you can share with us?
We don't have information to share at this point, but what I can tell you is that we have actually taken action to take out their military nuclear capability. We have taken action against their missile ballistic program. We have taken action against their leadership, the military leadership, and took action against their air defenses. So all in all, this concerted effort is an effort to neutralize their capability to execute their plan to exterminate the state of Israel.
Ambassador, there are reports 6 nuclear scientists have also been killed in the past 24 hours. In your appreciation, what does this mean for Iran's nuclear program? Is this a setback? Will it set them back by some time, or is this the end of the nuclear program?
Well, it's too soon to say. We are taking action. This is not over. We have mentioned and declared that if Iran retaliates, we will retaliate again. So we are up to several days of action. We don't know how long this will take, but we are determined to neutralize Iran's nuclear program.
Ambassador, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is threatening Israel with a massive strike back. In your appreciation, What are their capabilities to target Israel, given that you've taken down several of their missile production units, launch systems, their air defense systems, even in October, and some now?
Well, as you know, Gaurav, we never took lightly the threats of the Iranian radical regime, because they have not only declared that they want to exterminate us, they have invested tens of billions of dollars in creating the capabilities to attack us. And therefore, we have actually warned the entire Israeli population to take precaution, to stay near shelters. We are anticipating more barrages of missiles and drones from Iran, and we are determined to defend ourselves from it and retaliate to make sure the Iranian capabilities will be decimated.
Because there is an apprehension that this could escalate into a wider regional conflict. Your appreciation, will other countries join in? Will other countries help Iran?
Well, it is completely in the hands of Iran. At the end of the day, if Iran chooses to target more countries, this will be an escalation that will widen the conflict. The Americans have told them, and they've warned them that they should be very careful not to target American targets, not to target others, and if they do, they will bear the consequences.
What is your assessment after the October strikes? October, you had taken out, Israel had taken out a lot of their air defense systems and their missile production capabilities. Is Iran very vulnerable? The fact that you were able to strike with, if I may, impunity, and that too in places like Shiraz, deep inside, what does that indicate?
It indicates that Iran is acting in a brazen way. I stated in this studio and in other studios in the past that the Iranians have been exposed, because following their activity, their aggression in April and in October, we have hit their air defenses, and we are continuing to hit them. So their attempt to sneak out to a nuclear weapon and to a nuclear arsenal are completely irresponsible, and they are now paying the price for trying to do that.
Can they still make a nuclear bomb in your appreciation?
I don't know. It's too early to say. I don't know. It's too early to say. We are in the midst of this effort. It will take time, but we are going to make sure that we do everything we can to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons.
There are reports that seem to indicate that Israel targeted Iran from inside Iran. Deep inside Iran, you already had your assets in. Is that true?
What I can confirm at this point is that we have taken an operation with our Air Force in an attack that took 200 of our fighter jets, and this is the information I can confirm at this point.
So 200 fighter jets, missiles, and you're willing to do that again?
Absolutely.
What's the threat of a strike back? The threat of a strike back from Iran, from Houthi rebels, the Houthi forces in Yemen?
We have seen, first of all, an initial retaliation from Iran with a barrage of 100 drones that were fired this morning. Fortunately, we've been able to foil and to eliminate all the drones, but more attacks can come, and we are ready to defend ourselves from those.
Any likelihood of peace talks to find a solution peacefully?
Well, we have tried that for so long, and we would wish that the Iranian people, which we don't have anything against, would send a message to this radical leadership that they have, that has sequestrated their future, that has diverted their richness to develop a military capability that's not only threatening Israel, but the entire region, that they will convince them to change course. Because Jews and Farsis, they have been having a great relationship for 3,000 years. There is no reason why this awful regime would take that from us. We love peace, we love the Iranian people, we have a long-term relationship with the Iranian people, and we can go back to a peaceful and collaborative relationship.
Can you take out, is it also in your target book to take out Ayatollah Ali Khamenei or the top leadership of Iran?
We have been targeting military targets.
Only military?
Yes.
And nuclear scientists, so no political leadership?
No.
Ambassador, for joining me here on this India Today special broadcast, many thanks.
Thank you, Gaurav.
एम्बेसडर रूवन अजार इजराइल के भारत में राजदूत आज तक से खास बातचीत में बता रहे हैं केवल ईरान के सैन्य ठिकानों को निशाना बनाया जा रहा है और वो लगातार बनाया जाता रहेगा जब तक ईरान के पास परमाणु हथियार बनाने की क्षमता और शक्ति रहती है।